Morning, Melanie. What are we doing today? We're extending our herb bed, right? We're going to come around in a curve out here like this. So Melanie's doing that. I'm going to plant the new vegetables today. It's a beautiful sunny day. Not too cloudy. We have the birds out again. Now, they survived the night in the chicken coop. I forgot to show you that. Dinner was called for, and then I forgot to come back out. Anyway, they all did well in the chicken coop. I'll show you where they stayed the night. And then this carrier here I've set up so I just usher the birds into there, close the door, carry them over into the chicken coop by night, and then let them out, usher them back into here, and then park it up against this one. I just open the two doors and butt them together, and then if they've got a sheltered and an open runway. So it's perfect. This one here is not very healthy looking. She's been sort of flopping for days with her wings spread out. She looks overheated, but she's laying in there in the sun in her own free will. I hope she makes it. She's eating and drinking, so we'll see how she does. I think the fresh air will definitely do her some good out here. Fresh, clean air and fresh ground. And they're using the roost now. They have places to play. Last night I built up boards in front of the chicken coop to protect them from danger, although nothing came around last night. Now in here, what I did is really cool. I took a piece of wood and set it up leaning against the side wall, and then I used tiki lights because I wanted a fail-safe. I wanted something that if one bulb went out, another would still burn. We had these ugly old lamps we had thrown away that I grabbed back out of the garbage, and I was going to use that, but that would be two 40-watt bulbs. We didn't have any 20s. And I don't like the idea of burning 80 watts all night, just for a fail-safe. So I put on the tiki lights, which are low wattage bulbs, and if one goes out, the whole system continues to burn. And it worked. So that kept them going. I put a lot of bedding in there, and that's where they stayed last night, safe and sound and warm and happy. Now they've got their food and their water that stays here, and then they've got food and water for out in the yard each day. And then of course, once they get the chicken pen built outside around this chicken coop, then they'll be able to free run in and out at will. But that's when they're older anyway. So I'm pretty pleased with how that worked out last night. Now our asparagus did take a hit from the freeze. You can see the white on the ends. Some of them were frost damaged the other day. They'll recover just fine, but that's sad to see that they took a hit. Now over here, by the way, somebody suggested we don't need the fertile soil in the walkways, and that's a good point. So we can throw it up and mound it up onto the planting path, the planting rows, and then the walkways will be a little bit lower, and then we can build that up with mulch, cardboard and mulch. Now our tomatoes are bad. It's unbelievable. Our weather up here didn't show us the danger of frost. Melanie's watering them because some of them, here's the only benefit, I did plant them deep, and some of them have a tiny little bit of foliage that did not get killed. Because I read in a book that if you plant tomatoes, transplant them, you plant them deep to prevent transplant shock. So some of them will live. Here's another one with some growth coming under the ground. It survived under the ground. So we're going to leave these. Melanie has watered them to give them hope. We're going to leave them and see which ones do recover. I don't expect all of them to, but it does look like some will survive because I planted them deep. Definitely a benefit there. Now the peppers, I don't know if there's anything left of them. But again, we're going to leave them and see what happens. It's a total loss along this row though. Every single thing we put in. It's sad. So we're going to replant new. Now yesterday Melanie planted here, I think she put potatoes here, I'm not quite sure. No, onions. She planted onion bulbs here. We had a package of onion bulbs. And then here she planted onions that she brought back from Pine Bush. I'm not sure what her goal is with them, if she'll eat the tops or wait for the bulbs to finish developing. Those were from little bulbs last year, and now they'll be ready for harvest this year. And then our potatoes, Melanie said, yeah, oh bummer. They did suffer from the freeze. That's so frustrating. Oh, I don't know if they're going to survive or not. That one's wrecked all the way down. Hopefully the potato underground will still have life in it. Yeah, that one's completely dead. Boy, that's sickening. And then something's been digging up in here. So we got to get our fencing up. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, you're not supposed to plant till after Memorial, and we waited till after Memorial. And that's at the last frost date. And the weather didn't tell us it was going to be freezing. Nobody around here knew of anything about it. There was no warning. Oh, look here, guys. Almost 90 degrees. We had a killing frost 2 days ago, and now it's 90 degrees. This is crazy. I think I'm going to open the windows because it's not humid out, but it's humid in, and it's starting to get sweaty in here. 73 isn't bad though. Those trees are good. Hi guys, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. We've got some herbs that we brought back from New York. Melanie's extending the garden, and here we planted 2 entire rows of vegetables. Now, this is what we bought. We bought 3 flats of vegetables, and it was enough for 1 entire row of tomatoes and 1 entire row of peppers. So we plan on putting away our own food this year, as we say all the time. And we've got a whole mess of different kinds of tomatoes and a bunch of different kinds of peppers. But what we got the most of is, I think it's here. Yeah, Thai Dragon. They are little peppers, and they're going to be super hot. And we've got a whole mess of the Thai Dragons down to somewhere in here. Thai Dragon. Yeah, so right there's the last of them. So we've got a whole bunch of that Thai Dragon hot peppers. And then we've got jalapenos, and we've got Tabascos, and we've got all kinds of stuff. Hungarian wax. So, and then the tomatoes, just all sorts of tomatoes. So we've got a very, very good amount of plants in now, just from those 3 flats. And then all the onions and potatoes. I'm hoping the potatoes pull out of it. I guess we'll find out. It'd be a shame to lose them all. And of course the onion bulbs. And then some of these may have some life in them. They don't look good at all right now, but hopefully they'll pull out of it. We'll see. Some of them. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, looking good. And I got the birdies inside. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, there's the birds. All happy, spreading out. I put a little board down there for them to roost on, and they love it. So I'll turn on the light later on. We had them out all day. It was 8 o'clock at night when we put them back in here. So it's after 8 now, probably 8:30. I was sitting here for a while with them, talking to them and petting them and getting them used to people. That's the 2 yellow, or the 2 white. Oh, no. The one with that one right there is a broiler. He's a playful one. That's a playful broiler. Might be a keeper, we'll see. If it continues to be very lively like that, oh, look at that. Ticks in Michigan are horrible this year. Unfortunately, I just pulled it off my neck. I gotta go kill it. Alright. Anyway, I was saying, I think free range and broilers is good for them by day. They're definitely looking healthier, and they're starting to fly around a little bit. And they're definitely clean, unlike the ones in the farm. So, the mass production ones, that is. Alright guys, Melanie's got dinner waiting, so Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Say good night to the birdies.